I opened the door of the fitting room, but my mouth fell open in shock when I saw my fiance with a staff girl doing it. I never could imagine him cheating on me. I felt disgusting by seeing him in that condition. He looked at the girl and then me. Pulling his up, he came out of fitting room. Girl also fixed her clothes and ran away. Jackie came near me, but I took a step back. When I told you to wait for me in the food court, then why you come here? There wasn't a hint of shame on his face. He was very confident and comfortable like nothing had happened, and I never saw what he was doing. I I I wasn't in the state of saying anything. My mind was completely blank at that moment. Look, it was an accident. Forgot it. Let's go and eat something good. He held my hand, but I jerked his hand away in fury. Don't touch me with your filthy hands. You are such a shameless jerk. I shouted at him, and in return, he raised his hand to slap me. But manager came and stopped him and warned us to leave. Giving him a hard glare, I walked out of the store, but Jackie ran behind me. What you think? Where are you going now? Be a good girl and come with me. You can't afford to make your fiancé mad at you because it's our marriage in 3 days. I will never marry you, and from now on, everything is over between us. Jackie smirked, hearing me. This is impossible, girl. You know your parents more than me. They will kill you if you ask them to cancel the marriage because it will ruin their reputation, and they would never let this happen. I will get married in 3 days, but not with you. Mark my words, Jackie. Ha ha ha. Do you think you will be able to find a groom for yourself in 3 days? Is that a joke to you? Come on, girl, don't talk nonsense. I'm not joking. I never will marry a cheater. I will find my groom. Not in 3 days, but now. I ran from there, but as I turned back and started running, tears blurred my vision. I was holding back my tears because I didn't want it to look weak in front of him. But now, finally, they were falling freely. While running, I heard my phone ringing in my jeans pocket. I wiped my tears and looked down to take out my phone, but before I could take out my phone, I fell on and my head bumped into something hard. Rubbing my head, I looked up and found a man staring at me with his cold eyes. For a moment, I got lost in his eyes. Are you planning to stay on me forever? I came back in my senses, hearing his deep, husky voice. I immediately caught up of him, and then he also stood up. I really am sorry, I was just. It's alright. Cutting me short, he started walking, but suddenly I remembered my situation. Wasting no time, I ran behind him. Excuse me. Wait. I need to talk to you. Can you spare me a minute? He was staring me with confusion written on his face. I won't take you too much time, just some minutes. Fine. What is it? Can I know your name first? It's Kim Taehyung. And now? Okay, so Mr. Kim Taehyung, it's Ryan Park. Currently, I'm in a really bad situation and I need your help. But first, tell me, are you married? No, I'm not. Good. I mean, leave the meaning and come to the point. Oh, yeah, I apologize. I'm wasting your time. So, the matter is that I need your help. You have already told me that you need my help. Don't repeat that again and again. I understand you need help. Will you marry me? Huh? What sort of help are you seeking for? I didn't get it. I told everything to him, and in the end, I was waiting for his answer. Looking his expressions, I was feeling not so sure he will agree to help me. By his looks, he was looking rich, but my brain wasn't braining. Without thinking too much, I tried to make a deal. I can give you money, as much as you want. His eyebrows furrowed. I can give you as much as you want. My father owns a very well-known company. I will give you a good amount of money. We will get divorced whenever you want. It seems interesting and fair. Then deal? I stretched my hand to him. He shook his hand with me. Deal. Okay then. So first we need to see my dad. He nodded his head and started walking out of the mall. As we entered in my house, I saw Jackie standing with a wicked smile on his face, while my mom and dad were staring me with no emotions in their eyes. Taehyung was behind me. Dad, I have something to tell you. Don't say anything and throw this guy out of my house. Dad, at least listen to me. I said, shut your mouth. I will forgive you and Jackie will also accept you as his wife. What you mean you will forgive me and he will accept me when I am the one who will never accept a man like him as my husband ever in my life? Stop, Vayan. No, I won't. I will never marry a cheater. He's a cheater and you are forcing me to marry a cheater. I shouted angrily, but a hard slap on my left cheek made my mouth shut. Before I could say anything, Taehyung came and stand between me and my dad. Who the hell you think you are? Get out of my house right now. He yelled at him with his eye blood red. I hate when people raise their voice in front of me, but for you I will tolerate this. In fact, you are my father-in-law to be. Don't think too high, boy. I will kick you out right now. You don't need to worry about doing anything, father-in-law. I will take her with me. And tomorrow we will get married. You don't need to worry about attending the marriage because I'm not inviting you. Don't forget you are standing under my roof, and I think you don't know who I am, young boy. I can destroy you within a minute. Fine, do whatever you want. I'm getting late, so I will take my leave. He turned back to me. My hand was still on my cheek and tears were soaking my face. He grabbed my hand and started walking out of my father's mansion, and I was following him. Before he could open the door, Dad yelled, "You can't take her with you, boy. Leave her here or else my guards will break your legs." Let's see, father-in-law. He opened the door when Dad and Jackie followed us, shouting at guards to stop us. But they stopped, watching around 8 men with guns. I also was confused watching those men, but Taehyung was the only one who was really calm all the time. One of those men opened the luxurious car door and Taehyung gestured me to sit in the car. I quietly settled in the car. Sitting next to me, Taehyung told driver to drive the car. Dad and Jackie were quiet because all the guns were on them. I was really confused about Taehyung. Who are you? I mean, those all men. Wait till we reach home. Without any other words, I turned my face to the window. My heart was racing, thinking who he can be. Why and how those armed men came out of my house. After almost 30 minutes, car stopped out of a huge mansion. It was even 4 times more bigger than my dad's one. A guard opened the door and I stepped down of the car with my heart beating crazily. Without saying anything, Taehyung walked inside and also I ran behind him. But reaching there, my jaw dropped to the floor when I saw a man drenched in blood. Boss, he was the one who informed Tony about our mission. I was shivering and was trying to figure out what was happening there. Oh, I totally forgot about him. Anyways, finish him. Man nodded his head and then Taehyung turned to me. Come with me. My legs were trembling. I couldn't move an inch. He came near me, grabbing my hand. He started climbing the stairs. Reaching in a bedroom, he left my hand. Who are you? I barely completed my sentence. I was scared to hell. Me? I'm a mafia boss, Kim Taehyung. And for you, your future husband. What? Mafia boss? Yeah, now you should rest. I'll send Gia. If you need anything, just tell her. No, wait, you, I? What, you and I? He asked with naughty smile. Don't give me that smile. I can't marry you. I want to leave. Collecting all my courage, I said. So tell me, where will you go? To your cheater fiancé? No, I will never go back to him. Then to your father. Do you think he will be agree with your decision after this all? I was dumbfounded. I had nowhere to go. But I can't live with you. Why not? You were the one who wanted to get married, and now you can't live with me. Reason? I never knew you are a mafia boss. You just ordered to kill someone to your man. Then how I can trust you? What if you kill me too? Oh, so that's the thing. But why will I kill my own wife? I don't know. You are a mafia. You can do whatever you want. What if you killed me and sell my body organs? Hearing me, he started laughing crazily. You see, I'm rich enough. I don't need your organs to get money. I became embarrassed. Looking down on my hands, I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Whatever. I can't marry you. I want to leave. As I completed my sentence, he became extremely serious. His eyes turned cold as ice. The man changed in the blink of an eye. He turned back to leave. Reaching near the door, he turned back. Don't need to be scared of me. I don't kill innocent people. You are safe here. I nodded my head timidly and he left the room. I fell on bed. My breathing became heavy. What I should do? He don't seems a bad person, but what about the man who was downstairs? They will kill him. How can I trust him? Oh God, running from a cheater, I put myself in a big trouble. He said I can't leave this place without his permission. Why and how can you be so stupid? You should have asked him if he's a mafia boss or not. But how was I supposed to know I could found a mafia randomly in a shopping mall? God, just give me a chance. I will surely ask every man I'll talk that he's a mafia or not. Who can tell? This handsome appearance is hiding this huge secret. Next day, I was sitting in his room on his bed as his bride. We married in a church and it was a very simple wedding. No one was invited except his best friend Jimin and Jungkook and some of his guards. After the wedding, we had dinner in a fancy restaurant and then came back to his mansion. He took me in his bedroom. My heart was racing like crazy and my hands were sweating, thinking that what he will do with me. Noticing my shaky state, he sat near me on bed. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything. I know you are not ready for anything. I won't force you until you want it to. I completely understand your situation, so be relaxed. I nodded my head, looking in his eyes. His eyes were really bright and clear. Hearing him, my whole body relaxed. But my heart was still racing, but not because of fear, but something else. He was also looking in my eyes, but breaking the eye contact, he said, anyways, I'm going to a mission, so don't worry about anything and rest. He got up and walked out of room. I also got up with heavy heart, which I don't know why was heavy, and changed my clothes to sleep. Laying on bed, my nostrils filled with a masculine fragrance. It's our first night. This is not what I always imagined. Me all alone in his huge bedroom. Taehyung's POV. Looking her in my bedroom on my bed as my bride, my heart was beating on a different rhythm. No doubt she is beautiful, but I never cared about beauty. She was looking terrified, and also I'm not the man who take advantage of girls. I want to give her time, and as I know it wasn't a love marriage from both sides. When she first told me she needs my help, I became confused because why would a girl need help from a mafia person? But then I realized she don't know who I am. At first I thought of saying no to her, but when she offered me money, I kind of found this thing fun. But her father's behavior made me feel bad for her. I couldn't let her go because her father will definitely force her again to marry that cheater, and I wasn't ready to let her marry to someone who don't deserve a girl like her. She just wasn't beautiful but innocent also. But just getting married to her, my heart was already beating for her. And it wasn't a common thing for me. Why? I slowly opened my eyes. Rubbing my eyes, I yawned and looked around. Remembering last night, I felt a little sad, but pushing those feelings away, I got up of bed. But then I noticed Taehyung was still not back in the bedroom. Feeling worried, I ran downstairs. Reaching on the last stair, I saw a maid coming. Do you need anything, ma'am? No thanks. Do you know where is Taehyung? Is he back home from his mission? I asked, being anxious. Before she could reply, I heard Taehyung's voice. My wife is worried about me. It's kinda cute. Hearing his voice, I was relieved, but looking him made me worried again. I ran to him and held his hand. Your hand, it's bleeding. It's fine. It's normal. Don't worry. Are you kidding? It's a huge cut on your hand. Isn't it hurting? It was a little, but now it's completely fine. He was teasing me and was completely ignoring his wound. I don't think anyone would flirt being hurt that bad. I don't know about others, but I'm different. You can flirt later with me. First tell me where is the first aid kit? And that drawer. By the way, I'm liking it. Rolling my eyes at him, I ran and bring the first aid kit. Sitting on sofa, I cleaned his wound. Applying bandage on his hand, I got up. But he pulled my hand and I fell back on sofa. What? He was staring straight in my eyes. Thank you for this. No need. By the way, can you tell me what was the mission you were on last night? Nothing special. Anyways, leave it. I'm really tired and want some rest. I nodded my head. He smiled softly and standing up, he left the living room. How he can be so calm and relaxed, being badly injured. This man is really mysterious. We were in a mall. Taehyung took me with him for shopping, but I told him I don't like cars following us all the time, so he took me alone with him. Done with the shopping, we went to parking area, but suddenly I realized I don't have my phone with me. Taehyung, I think I forgot my phone in the store. Sit in the car and wait for me. He ran in the mall to bring my phone back, giving me his keys. I opened the door to sit in, but sharp pain in my head made me hissed in pain. Someone was pulling my hair. Somehow I turned back to see Jackie. I have waited so many days for this. What you thought? You will run away and I will let you go easily? No way. You are my fiancé. Jackie, leave me. You are hurting me. I screamed in pain. Tears were rolling on my face. Not so easily. You were mine, but you ran away. Now who will save you from me? Jackie, leave me. Taehyung will be here very soon. He will kill you. Before he come back, I will make sure you won't be able to show him your this face. Evil's smile was plastered on his face. He started dragging me in the corner of parking area. I was struggling to free myself from his grip, but it was impossible for me. Reaching in the corner, he ripped my white cotton shirt with his hands. I screamed my lungs out. I was trying to remove his hand from my mouth, but he was holding it very tightly. I dug my nails in his hand and it worked. He hissed in pain and in return, he slapped me on my face. My act made him more furious. Before he could take out his member, I screamed loudly, and within a second, Jackie was on the floor, curled into a ball, screaming in pain. I saw Taehyung standing there. His eyes and face was red as blood. Watching Taehyung, I ran to him and hugged him real tight. My whole body was shaking in fear, but hiding myself in his arms, I knew I was safe. Wrapping his arms tightly around me, he whispered, "Just give me a minute." Breaking the hug, he handed me his blazer. I hid behind him and put that on. He ran to Jackie, who was still laying on the ground screaming in pain, clenching his ribs. Taehyung ran to him, began punching and kicking him like he was a punching bag. Within a minute, he was bleeding badly from different parts of his body and face. Taehyung was extremely furious while beating him. "How dare you touch my wife with your filthy hands? I will kill you." His hands were on Jackie's neck. He was choking him with all his strength. Jackie's eyes were popping out of his eye socket. I ran to him, looking Jackie's condition. Reaching to them, I tried to stop Taehyung. I pulled his hand to free Jackie's neck, but Taehyung's grip was too tight that I couldn't even move his hand. "Taehyung, please stop. He will die." I yelled at him, but got no response. Not understanding what to do, I got up. I went to his back and back hugged him. While sobbing, I put my lips on his neck and whispered, Taehyung, please stop. You will kill him. Please, I'm scared. As I said, his grip loosened on his neck. He let go of Jackie's neck and pulled us apart. Facing me, he wiped my tears with his hand and then pulled me into his arms tightly. Jackie was coughing badly, and I was relieved that he didn't die. My eyes were closed and I was hiding my face in his chest. The strong fragrance of his cologne was filling my nostrils. Don't be scared. I'm always with you. I'm sorry for coming late, but I promise you, I will never leave you alone, and you will never face anything like this ever again. This is my promise to you. His words were doing magic. My heart, which was beating really fast, was calm in a moment. I want to go home, I whispered, still hiding my face. Taehyung let go of me and I took a step back from him. Holding my hand, he walked towards the car. While driving, the whole time he was holding my hand with his one hand and with other he was driving. Reaching home, he took me in bedroom. We sat on bed. Recalling the moment when I kissed his neck made my cheeks blush. Taehyung was just staring me and I was blushing while cracking my fingers. His intense gaze and the fragrance which was coming from his blazer was making me crazy. I looked up and our eyes met. Staring into each other's eyes, we were lost in different world. When Taehyung came closer to me and leaned his face near me, closing my eyes, I could feel his breath fanning my face. As soon as his lips touched mine, someone knocked the door. He immediately moved back and I opened my eyes. Taehyung got up and opened the door. His right-hand man, Nick, was there. Taehyung left the room while being disappointed. I also got off of bed and walked to closet to change my clothes. Taking out a beautiful lace dress, I walked out of closet. Standing in front of mirror, I took off the blazer. Torn top was just hanging in my arms and my hole was visible. Throwing the ripped top on the bed, I took the dress from bed, but before I could wear it, door opened showing Taehyung's face. Dress fell from my hand and my eyes were shot open. He was also astonished by the view. I put my hands on to hide everything, but my hands were not enough to hide anything. I'm sorry, I thought you will take time to come back, I said timidly. No, it's my mistake. I should have knocked the door. I'm waiting outside. You can put your clothes on. Nodding my head, I bent down and took my dress from floor. Taehyung stepped out of the room and closed the door. Somewhere in my heart, I was again disappointed by his behavior. He didn't react at all. Watching me in that condition, it means he doesn't feel anything for me. The thought made me sad and ached my heart. Done with the dressing, I opened the door. Taehyung was waiting outside the room. Watching the door open, he entered in. I have to go on a mission urgently, so don't leave the house until I come back. It's a huge and a risky mission, but you don't need to worry at all. If something happened to me, my man will take you to UK. My aunt lives there. You can live with her and live your life freely. You will be safe there. Hearing him, my heart stopped for a second. A tear fell from my eye. What happened? Why you were crying? Hearing him, I started sobbing loudly. Are you alright? What happened to you? My heart was aching just by hearing him saying that something will happen to him and he will leave me. I hugged him tightly. Please don't leave me. Please don't say anything like that. I will be all alone without you. I want to live with you. Just with you. I love you. I really do. Listening me, he pulled us apart and cupped my face. Wiping my tears, he leaned his face close to mine and attached his with mine. Giving a soft peck, he kissed my eyes one by one. I want to see you happy, not crying, and I promise I will come back to you no matter what. You are mine and will remain mine forever. I will wait for you. Please be safe and don't forget I am waiting for you. He smiled and nodded his head. I am getting late. I should go now. Giving me a soft and a quick peck on my forehead, he left the room. As he left the room, my heart sank, recalling his words. I spent a whole night praying for him to be safe. Every minute was feeling like an hour. Whole night passed, but he didn't come back. In the morning, feeling apprehensive, I went downstairs. Every past minute was making my heart afraid. I dialed his number, but his phone was switched off. Day passed, but I didn't hear about Taehyung from anyone. Sitting on sofa, I was praying to God for Taehyung's life, while tears were continuously falling from my eyes. I was really afraid of losing him. My heart shivered on the thought of losing him. Just in some days, he became the most important part of my life, and I couldn't lose him. I was praying when I heard doorbell. Before any maid could go and open the door, I ran and opened it. Taehyung was standing with lots of men and some girls. I jumped on him, wrapping my hands around his neck. I was sobbing. He patted my back. I thought I lost you. I am the man of my words. Smiling, he answered. We walked inside, and all the other people behind him also followed us. Who are they? Don't worry about them. I will send them to their houses. But still, who they are all? These all girls were kidnapped by Tony from different cities of Korea for human trafficking. Finally, Tony's chapter is closed, and now they can go to their houses. You risk your life to save them, but I thought you kill people and you are a criminal. I told you I don't kill innocent people. I'm sorry I misunderstand you. For apology you will have to apologize properly, but not here. He winked at me, making me confused. He turned to Nick. Ask them their address and make sure they reach their home safely. Ordering Nick, he held my hand and took me in bedroom. Entering in bedroom, he locked the door. Now I need to hear what you said when I was going. What did I said? You said you love me. Did I? What do you mean? Don't you remember? His eyes got bigger in shock, knowing I don't remember about my confession. I tried to control my laughter, but I couldn't. So you remember everything? Yes, I do remember everything. I love you, Mr. Kim Taehyung. I love you more, Mrs. Kim Taehyung. Confessing our feelings, we were smiling, looking into each other's eyes. I could see a beautiful future with him. A man which I found in a mall randomly became the most important part of my life. The marriage, which was just to run away from a cheater and a forceful marriage, turned out best decision of my life. A mafia I thought was a bad guy was an angel. My lovely mafia husband.